Good morning, farmers. Hope you're well. We certainly are, because we've had a beautiful new arrival. And can anyone guess, boy or girl? Let's have some guesses. Appear in, please, if you possibly can. It's been well received by sisters, aunties, friends, neighbours, and they're all delighted, especially after the loss of Raspberry's fall, to get this one born and over the line and here, you know, and it's the most wonderful relief, because obviously when you know, these little things are absolutely a gift from God, aren't they? They're the most beautiful, gorgeous, affectionate animal, and look at that, full of life, full of beans, knows where the teats are, starting to play already, you little rascal. And yeah, we could not be happier to welcome this little mite into the world. The goats are looking on. Everyone's pleased to see it. It's I genuinely believe it's a boost for the whole donkey community. You know, they all celebrate the successes and the losses. You know, don't celebrate the losses. They commiserate the losses. That they are a really genuine community of animals. And look at that one there. It's having a right good feed now. Trudy sent 200 stars. Thank you, Trudy. Christine says, morning, Farmer Rob. Just got the message. Your life. Sorry I'm late. Just seems to be a constant effort to get things, you know, and we're up against it this morning. We've got less of a team in the roundhouse. I won't be able to stay on as long as I would absolutely like this morning, but we're having lambs born all the time in bigger numbers than we were expecting. We have a little bit of a crisis of milk, so we're having to beg, steal, borrow, use powdered colostrum. We're going to have to do whatever we can, because we've had an influx of triplets overnight. They're good, strong lambs, but Mum's not yet come to a milk, and she will do over the next 24 hours. But at the moment, we're having to make do and mend a little bit. So, but we can do that. You know, we won't see them go hungry. We'd love them to be drinking Mum's milk, but we'll make do with whatever we can. Christine sent 100 stars. Thank you. Lynn says gorgeous. And 2,000 people are now watching, so thank you very much for your interest. Bob says good morning, Rob. Good morning, Bob, from one Bob to another. Susan says good morning, all. Rebecca says good morning from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Wow. Welcome to Yorkshire. Welcome to Barnsley. Sue sent 200 stars. And Helen says Rob House Snowdrop. We'll be catching up with Snowdrop very, very shortly, but she appears a lot more comfortable. And I've watched the calf feed at regular intervals throughout the night, so I'm very happy with that. Gillian says, morning, Rob. Oh, what a lovely little one it is, isn't it? It's absolutely gorgeous. And Leslie says, good morning. Leslie said, good morning, Rob. Life to see you, to see the newborns. Nice to see the newborn. Oh my goodness. He nearly fell in the bucket. Oh, heck. Up you get. Nikki sent 20 stars. Thank you, Nikki. And Helen says, good morning. So he had a bit of a stumble there, but that's, you know, that's part of growing up. And he's off again on we haven't said if it's a boy or a girl, have we? Pam sent 250 stars. So boy or girl, we've been obviously lots of votes for each, but I'm delighted to announce that this little mite is a girl. So after a run of boys, we're back to girls. What do you think? Yes. So they're very happy. Maggie says, morning, Rob, from Falmouth in Cornwall, and it knows where the teat is. It keeps going, have a little suckle, have a little play. It's exactly what you want. Mum is grand with it. Anne says, what a little beauty. Good morning, everyone. And Val says, which donkey fold? I think this is Platinum, this one. Victoria says, ouch, Mum and extended family watching on. And Lynn says, morning all, what a lovely donkey. Is it a Jill or a Jack? It's a Jill. Hazel says, good morning, lovely to see the new arrival. And Nikki sent a lovely emoji. And it has another feed, and this is what you want. Incremental steps into eventually into independence and its own future. Christine says, oh, poor baby, that was nearly a headbanger, gorgeous baby. And Julia says, congratulations on the new arrival, Rob. Lucy is a good name for her, says Yvonne. And Paula says, yay, welcome, little girl. 2,400 people watching our new baby donkey. The rest of the crowd are all pleased and watching on. And yeah, it's a wonderful addition and a big relief, because when you've lost one, and is that the first one that we've lost? Is it? I'm not sure. Maybe the first miniature, and it was sad and it was upsetting. So to get the next one born safely is always a big milestone. We know when breeding animals that there is a slight risk involved, but you know if you don't breed them, they die out. So it's just a matter of doing your best, and 9 times out of 10 it will and does go right. Ros sent 200 stars, thank you, Ros. And Jean says, morning, that's nice to wake up to a lovely little baby donkey. Jem says, what's Mum's name again? I think it's Platinum, I think. Right, let us press on, because like I said, we've got lambs appearing from all angles. We haven't got as long as I would like this morning, so we just need to get round a few things while we're here. We've got Rainbow, the Shetland pony, who is getting closer and closer. We've got Pony M. Scylla, we called it, didn't we? Scylla, because she was a surprise. Hello, Scylla. Rocking a fair hairstyle. Ross says she is a beauty, and Beverly says, oh, Mum loves her. She absolutely does. There's the daddy to Scylla, and then there's Rainbow. These horses have gone into a nice little routine of doing all the muck in one pile. I would imagine the farm team are absolutely thrilled with that. Or most of the muck. They do a pile there, pile there, pile there, so 4 different piles. So thought it was she was Bambi, says Joe. I think it's Platinum. So let's have a look at Robert and Bruce, the twin Highland cows. Lady. And they're growing up, aren't they? They're growing up. They're getting bigger and better. Lady is gaining in condition, and she's feeding them both all on her own, which is absolutely wonderful. So yeah, we're absolutely chuffed to bits with those two. Debbie sent 200 stars. Thank you, Debbie. Shirley says, beautiful little girl. Congratulations. And Marjorie says, Scylla has grown up. And Christina says, I love your donkeys, very clever. And Anne says, April and Primrose. Right, let's press on, because like I said, we've got lambs aplenty. We're struggling for milk in a big way. Everything that's lambed overnight seems to have had either 2 or 3. Well, everything has had 2 or 3, and nothing has an abundance of milk. In fact, some of them have got no milk at all. So that brings its own complications, and we're obviously going to have to be resourceful in terms of, it'd be a mixture of beg, steal, and borrow from others that are more plentiful. But the number of lambs that we're having means that most of the sheep are, have all on just to feed their own. So pinching at the moment isn't an easy option. And we're going to have to, I think, get stuck into the powdered colostrum a little bit and do the best we can, and nurture these new mums and hope that they come into a better milk supply as quickly as possible. So it's not ideal, but it is what it is. And but we won't let them starve. So right, let's get up to the roundhouse. See what Charlotte's up to, and and give her a hand. And when, like I said, I won't be able to stay online as long as I would like. But I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to look at that calf, don't we? Just nip another word with Wade and find out what time he's able to do that. Because it'd be nice for you guys to see how Snowdrop is getting on. So let's go and see if we can see Wade up here. Wade? So here's Wade and Will. Will, are you growing your hair out?
No, just stop wearing a cap.
All right. Have you time, Wade, to treat the cow like soonish?
Yeah.
Is that all right? Just so people on here can see how she's...
Right, yeah. What time?
Well, what time can you do it? I can do it now if you want.
Well, just give me 10 minutes and I'll come and do it.
Yeah. So 7:53. I'll tell you what. Shall we do it at 20 past?
Yeah.
I'll go up to Roundhouse for a bit. I'll meet you down there at 20 past. Yeah. Right. Right. We'll go up to Roundhouse for a bit, and then we'll come back and look at Snowdrop. Was it Snowdrop we called her? I need to remember. And then we can check on a temperature and see how the mastitis is evolving, and hopefully see how the therapies that we've introduced have hopefully stopped it in its tracks and starting to improve it. But we'll find that out in a short while. But we will go up to the Roundhouse now for 20 minutes or thereabouts, and then we'll come back down here and finish the broadcast. Morning. So Danny and Charlotte working hard, as they do. Both very, very hard-working people. And I think if you've had a life in the forces, in the army, what was the artillery or something like that, Danny? Or then you're not going to be put about by pushing a barrow out and shifting some muck, are you? You know, it's going to be something that you take in your stride. And if you're a fell runner, like Charlotte is, then I think it's every day is an opportunity for exercise. So I think they would see it as a positive, not being static, that they can keep going and work hard. You know, if you've got that mentality to be a fell runner, then you're not gonna cry about getting stuck in and pushing a barrow out and getting on with some work. So I think one thing will feed the other. And that's why they like to get on and get cracking. Right, put that up. Let's go in. First of all, we'll just have an observe from the top and just see what's left to lamb. We counted 102 yesterday, didn't we? So let's have a check up how many we've had in 24 hours lamb. We'll see what room we've got. A little bit of overnight rain, which has probably scuppered things for parking on the grass, so tickets will be strictly limited today. I think they're nearly sold out, to be fair. So that's a bit of a disappointment. Because obviously it's a cracking time of year to visit, and when people try and book and can't, then it's a disappointment for everyone. Right, so as you can see, set of triplets down here. She lambed them, I penned them this morning. Wonderful news, Nellie's had triplets. Nellie's a sheep that we got when Nellie was born. In fact, it was given to us by the person that we bought a load of Gimmer hogs off. And he said, here, you can have that one for your granddaughter. So yeah, let's just count those then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. 38 there left to lamb. Morning, girls. More, Charlotte. More. How many? 2, right. Well, that's better. Yeah. 3, 6, 9, 10. 16 in here. That's our favourite sheet. Do you like that one, Charlotte? In front of you now, it's my dad's favourite. Yeah. Oh, is it? Right. 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. One of them's already lamb, 60. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 69, 70. 80. 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, 92, 96, 98. Well, I think what that shows is I miscounted yesterday because we've had a lot more than 4 lamb. I need to count more accurately. So that's that. All that is, it shows what a bad counter I am. Anyway, we've 98 left of lamb, and we must have had at least 12 lamb. Paula says Charlotte's used to lambing. She absolutely is. Ruth worked fantastically well for the last week, but she's having a well-deserved break, and Charlotte is picking up the reins. And these are some more of the lambs here now. We're having a nice little run of gimmers in the spotted, which is always nice. So is that Georgia? Yeah. Bottle feeding. Do most of them drink themselves now? Yeah. Yeah. They're not bad though, are they? Yeah. Yeah. So you put them in there when you fed them, so you know what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah. No, good idea. Yeah. So Georgia's feeding them, and then when she's done, she puts them in that empty pen next door, so she knows. Yeah. Well, you just need to know they've had enough, don't you? And everyone feeds them a different way. George is feeding them across a thigh, which, and so she's giving them a chance to have a go at those bottles, but also making sure on a one-to-one basis that they're getting fed as well. So they're hungry, aren't they? Them too. Can you see how they're pestering Mum? They're trying to make her stand up. Charlotte's going around tubing. Good lambs, them, Charlotte, aren't they? Yeah. They've done well, to say. I mean, we're supposed to only have 6 triplets, weren't we?
How many have we had?
Most of them. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So let's crack on. So the sun is coming out. It's going to be nearly 20 degrees today. It's going to be windy later. We're going to get the outskirts of storm something or other. What do you think to these named storms? I'm not sure. I don't know. It just sounds... I don't know. I haven't thought it through. I'm not going to slate it because I could be just slating it. I suppose it helps you remember these things, and if it's got a name, then you've more chance of remembering it. Oh, wake. He's a gibbering wreck. So she's no milk at all, Charlotte?
I don't think so.
No, I didn't think she would have. They do get milk in about 24 hours.
Yeah, they come to it, don't they?
Yeah. Caroline says, did the tiny Dutch spotted lamb make it? I believe it did. We'll find out. Shirley says, how's Charlotte's lambing going?
Charlotte's lambing was finished over a month ago, so
Oh.
Charlotte's been switched off for sheep.
Right, it's finished over a month ago, so she's having to learn to rekindle old skills.
Reconnect again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, has that one been fed?
That one that's laid down there.
Right, oh, that's your next one. So you can tell what they'd be like if they didn't get fed. You can see that one there. It's not as bad as it looks. It's just got a bit. It's probably got knocked down, and it hasn't got back up again. But it's sort of strong enough. Storm Kathleen, we have it now in Lancashire. Oh wait.
It's meant to be grim, isn't it?
Well, I think it's just windy, warm and windy,
It's like warm weather.
and sunny today. Good drying weather, but then it's going to rain again tomorrow. So
Well, it spoils itself, doesn't it?
we get one step forward and 2 steps back. I've arranged to meet Wade at 20 past down where. Did we call that cow Snowdrop?
I don't know what it's called.
I think we called it Snowdrop. Can anyone remember? Was it Snowdrop? I'm sure people on here will tell me because they've a lot better memory than I have. So these have had some elixir of life. They're coming to life and they're trying to feed.
They're lively, aren't they? If you had milk, we'd be away, wouldn't we? Really?
Exactly. We'd be away. And really, the job today, Charlotte, is just,
Fed.
basically, make your way around the pens, you know, and I think by the time you finish one lot, you start again on other side, and just feel the bellies, top them up, and they gradually do come into the milk. That's what we're finding. They just need a bit of support in the meantime. You see, most pens are full. I thought we'd only 102 left to land, but I've just counted again this morning with 98, so I definitely counted badly yesterday because we've had loads land.
Yeah, that's okay, 'cause that's less than what you thought then.
Yeah, but I thought we might be down to 80 now. So we've still, if you haven't visited yet and you're going to over the next week, these will last for at least another 10 days. Yes, Snowdrop, says Leslie. Thank you, Leslie. So, and Karen sent 20 stars. Thank you. Kim says, yes, it was Snowdrop. Good morning, both. Good morning to you. And Sue confirming that Snowdrop is the name that we gave her. So we're hoping that a temperature will have come down. Temperature of 41.5 yesterday, which is pretty high. And we'll be hoping that's now below 40. That's our hope. That cow had 41.5 temperature, Charlotte, yesterday.
Toasty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very toasty.
Toasty.
What do you want?
So, and she got a solid quarter, but it was still milking. So we're hopeful that can be remedied, and that the therapies that we gave her will result in a significant improvement. That's what or certainly no deterioration. You know, it's with mastitis, it's sometimes a long road to come back from, but there really is no reason why that can't happen. Now, Philip has brought an innovation with him in the form of these boards. You acting as though true Metacam 6mm. So that's from Ruth. So that's what she did yesterday. So it's a bit like in a hospital. You leave notes for the next nurse or doctor to let you know what you've done. So let's have a look at this girl and these lambs, because this is one that will need ongoing support. And I'm sure Kate was doing that overnight. So let's find out how it's progressing. So this has got triplets. Come on, darling. Let's have a look at them. Can we see them? Come on, little one. Come on. Come on. Come on. Up you get. Come on. So that's a bit nipped, isn't it, that one? I think that needs a feed. The little guy. The other two look all right. Charlotte, do you mind just bringing a feed for this one? Do you mind just bringing a feed for this one? So you can see this one's nipped up. When the legs are stood, when the front legs and back legs are nearly in the same place, look at that one, how far apart they are, and look at that one, how close they are. That means it's hungry, it's empty, and it needs a feed, and it needs a feed quick. So Charlotte's going to bring some milk across, and then it wants a tube, I don't know, every couple hours, just until it looks better, and gradually build from there. It's just got itself a bit empty, that one. So the other two generally look all right. They'll be having the milk, whereas that one probably getting pushed out. You see them from up here. There's quite a difference, isn't there? I think that's a gimmer lamb. I think there's 2 gimmers and a tup here. You see it's calling out because it's hungry. So we're going to get that one fed. Penny says the cry is so cute, it's plaintive, isn't it? Why do they have bands around the tails? Just to shorten the tail a little bit so they don't get gummed up with muck, and then they're less likely to get flies laying eggs and getting maggots. Yeah. I think the others could do with a bit, but that one, I think that could do with something again. If you give it one now and then again in a couple hours, and just try. It's quite empty, I think. So those two, you can see there, the legs are wide apart. If the front legs and back legs are close together and they're all humped up, that means that they're hungry and they're lacking nourishment. It means that they're, usually means they need a feed. So Charlotte's just dropping a tube of milk into its tummy. Don't want loads because it's a small lamb, but if it has one now and then another in a couple of hours, it should it should gradually start to rebuild from there. Has that gone straight down, Charlotte? Would you think another bit more or not? Or would you give it a bit more if?
Give it another half if you want. Or do you want me to leave it till
Go on, do it again in a shortish while, and then that way we just don't want over. Yeah, if it starts getting reflux, then that's a shame. That won't do it any good either. But that'll definitely encourage it on. And she loves it, doesn't she?
She got plenty of milk.
Well, I think she had plenty.
It's got to compete, hasn't it?
Exactly. It's getting now pushed out a bit, I think. But we will have to bottle one of those. But what we might do, if we can just get that going better, we might bottle a big one and leave the little one with mum's milk. Or we might be able to foster it onto another. There are options and possibilities. Yeah. The leaf blower is here, so 2 good lambs there. Well, that's our Caesarean, and she looks as bright and breezy as a button. And again, look, we've got a care chart here. And it's that's just saying what therapist she's on. Not fully cleansed. Yeah, I can see that. So again, that's another good reason to keep going with the antibiotics. So yeah, that's you see it's calling out, that one still. That food won't have fully satisfied it. It will just let that tube get settled into its tummy, start getting the benefits from it, then we'll give it another one fairly soon after, sometime in the next 2 hours. We just don't want to fill its tummy up so much it starts to overflow, and then it can aspirate and cause a problem for the lungs. So yeah, it's all looking very promising, but in need of intervention. Really, what the best way is go around everything, pick out that's what I'll do as soon as I've done on this broadcast. I'll go around every pen, pick out what needs immediate care, and then get on with like these bottle-fed lambs. They're hungry, but it's not life-threatening. Little guys like that, if that didn't get fed in the next 2 hours, it's going to start to fade away. So So really, that's the best way around. What?
There's a lady from Australia up in the car park.
From where?
Australia.
Right. And have you offended her with your accent?
I went, good eye. No, she liked it.
Yeah? Yeah,
She's
good.
coming into the farm there, so I'm sure she'll see you.
And is she here just for the farm, or just...
She's actually researching her family history as well.
Oh, nice. We're just going to go... I've arranged to meet Wade and just have a look at Snowdrop.
Oh,
So, have you injected that Jacob?
no. Philip's coming at 8 o'clock.
Right.
So I've told him about it.
Right. Right. Good.
We're good.
Right. Do you want to come down and look at Snowdrop? Are you busy? I think everything a bit. I don't think there's anything needs humongous amounts, but everything needs a bit, just a bit. Well, pens are going to need tidying up. It might be a bale bit town you've done. If you put it in the silage pit.
So I've arranged to meet up for a few tinnies with the lady from Australia later.
Brilliant.
Really?
I didn't think you had, really. Where am I parked?
You're over there.
All right.
I'm going to just drop some in.
All right. Okay. Have a good one, Cobber. Oh, wait. We apologise to all Australians everywhere in the world. So someone's come from Australia to visit the farm, but also to research their family tree, which must be really interesting. The trip of a lifetime, perhaps. So well done to them for being intrepid enough to set off to the other side of the world and spend, hopefully, lovely days doing things that they've dreamed of doing. Right. So we've got a date with Wade, haven't we? Down at the other end of the farm. I'm going to go down and check how Snowdrop's doing. David's putting hay in the feeders, and then he's going to bring some straw up for Charlotte. And when I finish talking to you guys, I'm going to make my way around the whole of the roundhouse and check on anything that's not doing so well. Like that little triplet lamb there, it really was in need of a feed, wasn't it? It was more than hungry, so we'll give it another, I think, in an hour. But then not go crazy, because the worst thing you can do is, you know, there's what's that saying? There's more killed with kindness than neglect, isn't there? And what that means is sometimes more is less. You know, sometimes people push animals. It's say if they're trying to feed them up for a show, there's a temptation to give it more, and that can inadvertently, you know, if it's a horse, give it colic, or you know, overdo something, and then it grows faster than its legs can cope with. And you know, there's a sweet spot to find when you're feeding anything, whether it be a newborn lamb or a horse, a Shire horse, or any animal. If you're feeding it to be optimally fit for a show, you just need to have that thought in your mind that sometimes too much is a negative, not a plus. Right, so let's see if we can get this cow out and make a start, and see how she's getting on. Right. Hey, Danny. You all right? Not so bad. So here is Snowdrop. Curlew. That's beautiful. I haven't heard him just as much lately, so that's music to my ears. So let's just have a bit of a look at her. 3,500 people still watching. And there's Snowdrop. So how's the bag looking? It was one of the front quarters, wasn't it, that got mastitis. So 3,600 people watching. Liz says, I'm still to find my sweet spot, Rob. And Catherine said, I thought that was the one with the cough. Andrew says, Rob, please don't ratchet the handbrake up. Is that a bad thing? I think you're not supposed to, are you? You're supposed to press the button and lift, yeah. I'll try and remember that. I think if you're a mechanic, that would probably grate on you, wouldn't it? It's a bad thing to do. Gwyneth says, good morning, everyone. And Mandy says, good morning, Rob. Good morning, Charlotte. God, why do I always... I get you mixed up with Charlotte all the time. Oh, my goodness. Emily, yeah. Well, the reason... I remember it, Julie's got a cousin called Emily. And that's how I do normally remember it. And she ain't got a cousin called Charlotte. So, my brain is so complicated. Cannonball's done, I think. Danny's mucking out the donkeys. We're waiting for Wade to treat that cow. So how's Danny?
All right.
Yeah?
It's going to be a nice day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be windy.
Windy. 70 degrees though.
Yes, exactly. It's going to be nearly 20, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good though, also, because it's grey this morning.
All right, yeah. Well, there'll be flies about, won't there now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, to let you spray them?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So Danny's saying that he's given all the horses a good spray with fly repellent. How's that calf looking, Emily? Yeah, does it look full or not? Don't you escape, missus. Let's go and have a look. So Bonnie's had a feed. Emily's getting the calf up. I think it looks all right, doesn't it?
I know there's a lot of fluff concealing its actual...
Yeah, she's not got loads of... You can see there, but her bag is just starting to develop a little bit now. She delivered with very little milk, but I think it's just about doing. So she's just trying to feel its tummy, but it's a bit weak, isn't it? It knows the score. Yeah. Linda's asking if Danny's done any river dancing lately. Linda is asking if you've done any river dancing lately.
After a few pints, we're pretty good.
No, but yesterday you talked about what happened when you went to the toilet after, what were you handling? Mint? Uddermint, yeah. So it's having a good feed now. But what, the calf? I'll have a look from top. I'm hoping so, and I think so. Emily was able just to feel its tummy there. I think it's one of them. The more it sucks, the more she'll make, and hopefully it'll get there. Yeah. So we've had an influx of calves recently. This looks ominous. If Wade was walking up to me with a needle like that, I'd be running in the other direction. What do you think? I've watched it feed, and she's let it feed without without a problem.
Obviously not that sickly anyway.
Yeah. Right, I will stand back and watch you get her out and see how she is. See what the temperature is. see if the therapies that we've been introducing have worked. The lads are going to get the gates set. Wendy says, Gillian says, Glynis, happy birthday. Hope you have a good day. And Victoria says, we have just seen she is still not producing loads of milk, but she is able to feed a calf, which is a good sign. Val says, morning, Wade and Will. Good morning to everyone. 3,700 people watching. Murph the Smurf is going back in his pen to facilitate Snowdrop being treated. So there he goes. He's a big fine bull, isn't he now? A big fine brindle bull. Look at that. Kimberly says, morning, we're coming to visit you today. My 4-year-old is very excited. And Liz says, hiya to Wade and Will. A bit later on, Wade, just get some, with some WD-40 somewhere. Just have a crack at that thing there, see if you can free it and make it work again, because it's set too wide. It must have been set for the bull. And now it's seized a bit. It might move with some stronger arms than mine, but it wouldn't hurt for a bit of oil anyway. You know, just the head trap. Yeah. So Snowdrop's coming out. We're going to take a temperature, we're going to give her another injection, and we're going to hopefully find that she's made an improvement. Dave's still scurrying about. Danny's still mucking out. Oh, that's good, you see. The little calf is feeding off mum, and she's happy to let it. So that shows that the anti-inflammatories and pain relief have done the job. I can still see that back quarter is thick and solid. So there's obviously a lot of work to do there. Samantha says Murphy is a fine looking bull. So I'll go around here. This is the side where we're doing the milking. So Will has sneakily nipped through there. And this is where good facilities come in handy. Because otherwise you're trying to trap them behind gates, you're trying to hold them and do things that, you know, they don't want to do always. She's looking for a calf now. That's... Down she goes. Go for it, Will. Will's got her. So she's in, so now is the moment of truth. Can that be opened up, Wade, or do you want it shut, that door? Let's see what's going on a bit better.
You gonna? I'll stick that bad one out. I'll start it and then you can finish it. You got clean gloves on? Yeah. Not touched everything.
So what's that looking like, Wade? What's...
That's not bloody.
So talk us through it, Wade. What's happening? Mind your head today, Wade. Sheila says. And Joanne says, call the calf Bluebell.
Pretty empty that quarter. So
What, the bad one?
bad one, yeah. This
And-
one's empty as well.
Is that empty because it's not making out, or empty?
It's probably empty because she's feeling a bit under the weather with it.
Right. Oh, so it's
It's not necessarily a bag thing that they, better than it having loads of nasties in it. And your tubing, you just want to get end of teat a really good clean so you're not pushing more bacteria into your teeth now.
so he's cleaning the end of the teat now, so that when he drops the tube in, he's not pushing bacteria up.
Did you know that, Will? Yeah, I've done it.
He does now.
Yeah, I didn't know that,
He does now.
but I do now.
She does look more comfortable, doesn't she? Linda's saying she looks more comfortable, and I think that's a fair point. So the tube's going up now, and then what Wade does, he nips.
Sorry?
He nips the tube, then he massages it up into the affected quarter. Each of those quarters works independently to the others, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So she could, you know, hopefully she won't, but she could lose one and still keep going as a 3-pap cow.
Yeah.
My dad always talked about a 3-pap cow. That must be an old-fashioned way of saying it's lost a quarter.
And do you think the penicillin has helped that other teat that was all bloody?
I don't think there weren't that much wrong with that. Just sometimes pressure in the rudder from nature or the vein swelling if the calf cutting away the rudder, just like
She's let it drink a lot more happily.
a little bit inside that.
You might not be able to hear Wade.
She's let it drink a lot more happily than she did yesterday. So the injection's just going in. Again, that was very expertly done. So the big question now is, what's the temperature going to be, Will?
I want to say 38.5.
I'm saying 39.7. Wade?
Well, I said 39.5 yesterday.
All right, 39.5, David.
39.2.
Right. So we find out in a minute.
And whoever wins, I'm going to buy him a bottle of pop.
That's nice.
You have to buy yourself on closest.
What is it?
39.1.
Ah.
I'm going to buy myself a bottle of pop.
I think Dave did it earlier.
Yeah.
I did not.
Have a look, I said, Dave. It's what you need.
That's obviously a really good sign. That's quite good as well. Just a bit of cleansing. It's not all murky and horrible.
Right.
Because that's like next thing when they've been a bit sick after calving. They've just had a bit of mastitis or immune system's down. They can pick up other things. So obviously, because she's just calved, it'd be like whites, which is infected. Without anything clear.
So, joking apart, was it 39 point?
Can I let her out?
Yeah, and 39 point what now? 39 point what now? 39.1, so that's a big decrease. You've done with the weight, haven't you? Yeah. So 39.1 from 41.5. So she's knocking on an ordinary temperature now, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you'd have took that temperature yesterday, you'd have been a lot less worried.
Yeah. Anything under 40 is not the end of the world, is it?
Oh no.
Anything over 40 is a significant problem.
Yeah. Just that little bit, massive really. Body temperature.
Yeah.
That Metcam will help a lot.
Yeah.
You'll be feeling loads better as well for that.
I think of all the things in my time in agriculture. Oh my God. Are you all right, Will?
I did that yesterday.
Yeah. I think that needs to be pointing upwards.
I think we need to stop walking into it.
Yeah, but it can't be anywhere else, can it, when it's open? That's the bit that sees, because you can adjust it. So Wade's going to have a go at that later. Right. So good, generally good news then?
Yeah.
Yeah? Very good.
Happy with that.
Yeah.
Hopefully she'll come back to herself now.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, brilliant. Thank you very much, Wade. Right then, folks. Good news. Snowdrop is a much better temperature. She will be feeling loads better. Yeah, what I'm about to say then is the use of anti-inflammatories and pain relief are so much more prevalent now in the treatment of all livestock. And I think it's such a step forward because nothing likes feeling rough. Everything, and it's everything does better if pain-free. So we tend to hit them hard with that the first sign of trouble, and it definitely leads to better outcomes. And obviously, it's a lot better from a welfare point of view because nothing likes to feel under the weather and puddly. And it's nice to see Snowdrop there. Living a better life. She's still a little bit further to travel, but she's doing fantastically well. So from Farmer Rob at Cannon Hall Farm, thank you so much for watching. It's been a busy one, and we've not able to spend as much time as I would like, but I need to get up to the roundhouse, get stuck into to making sure that everything's getting the nutrition that it needs, and we'll see you again tomorrow morning. Hopefully able to spend a little bit longer. Hopefully we'll see Snowdrop making further progress, and hopefully have an enjoyable saunter and chat around Cannon Hall Farm. So from Farmer Rob, cheerio from now. See you again soon, tomorrow morning, 7:30, and have a wonderful day in the sunshine. See you later, everyone. Bye bye.